words have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the subscriber contracts. And today's contract, Oops, set in Santa Fortuna. And the contract ID is up on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a go at it, and has been supplied to us today, courtesy of Paul Anderson 37. So on to our briefing, short and sweet, make it look like an accident. So today we have 5 targets, 2 must be eliminated as mansion staff, 1 via a drowning accident and 1 via an electrocution accident. And our final 3 targets must all be eliminated as the mansion guard, 1 in an explosive device, 1 any way we see fit, and 1 in a fall. We also have a 28-minute time limit, 1 required exit, and we must not be recorded. So for today's challenge, we will be starting as the mansion staff. We're going to have an enigmatic vial of poison stored up in the wine cellar, and we're going to be bringing with us our remote micro taser, a breaching charge, and our silenced pistol.
Hey, what's up with
So
you?
right from the start and off the bat, we are going to go and retrieve our poison, and that is all the way down the end of the corridor here. We want to do this relatively quickly. We're going to grab the rat poison here as well. We want 2 poisons. So now we can make our way straight back to where we started, where our first target will frequent. He is the limping patrolling guard, and he will partake in the candy on the counter here. In fact, I got here a little bit early. We do need to wait for him to actually sample the candy before we poison it, and the reasoning for this will become clear momentarily. So once he has moved away from the table, we will have just enough time on his routine to make our way upstairs and take out Catalina. So we're going to add our poison, and then we're going to head up the back stairs, which is this way. Just be aware of the patrolling enforcer in the corridor. And we're going to go up through the museum. Again, there's an enforcer, but easy enough to avoid. We're going to duck out of the window and around to our left, and we're heading up the stairs to the Delgado bedroom. So there is Catalina. Her next stop will be the changing room, which has an ensuite. And in here, we're going to select our taser and place it on the floor just by the sink here. And we're just going to wait now for Catalina to make her way into the changing room. And just as she enters the changing room, we're going to begin overflowing the sink, and then we're going to hide ourselves just behind the door here. So Catalina will get distracted. She will come in to investigate. She won't spot us hiding behind the door, and as soon as she's in the puddle, we can trip the taser. That will attract the attention of other people because the sink is still overflowing, but that doesn't bother us as it's an accident kill, so we can just move straight on. And if we are quick enough, we can make our way back down to the basement, again avoiding the enforcer in the museum and the enforcer in the corridor in the basement. And we should get back here just as our target, there he is sampling the candy. So we're going to go and wait for him in the bathroom. Now he is the drowning kill, that's why we're in the bathroom, and he also has the mansion guard outfit that we will require. So eventually he decides to come into the bathroom after looking a little bit lost for where in the rec room there. We're just going to close the door behind him, dunk his head down the bowl, and we will then acquire ourselves his outfit. We're also going to take his gun as well, as that will come in handy for our next kill. So once we have everything we need, we can vacate. We're going to go back up the rear stairs of the mansion once again, avoiding the enforcer in the rec room, the enforcer in the corridor, and luckily enough this time there's no enforcer up in the museum room. So once that enforcer in the corridor has his back to us, we can make our way up the stairs. We're going to go back through the museum room into the bathroom, passing Rico Delgado along the way. Just be aware that there is a patrolling enforcer outside the window. He wasn't around for me, so we can then turn to our right and up the drain pipe to Rico's office bathroom. Now in the next room is Rico's office. There's also a guard present, so that using the gun we've collected, we're going to drop that on the floor in his line of sight, and when he goes in to investigate, he will move away from the wall and we can then render him unconscious. We need to do this relatively quickly as Rico is on his way up here. So at this point, one of two things will happen. Rico will enter and go through his routine, followed by his bodyguard, or Rico will enter and go through his routine, followed by no one. We're going to plan on his bodyguard being with him, so we're just going to drop one of our guns there behind the chair, and then Rico will come in and sit in the chair, and if the bodyguard is present, he will come in and spot the gun and take it away. If he is not present and doesn't show up, you can then move straight in on Rico Delgado and toss him out a window. But for the purposes of the video, luckily enough, we have the personal bodyguard with us today, so he has spotted the gun. He's going to take that away, and we're going to give him plenty of time to do so. So we're just going to wait for him to leave and the door to close, all the while listening to Rico and Andrea on the phone, and then we can end that conversation nice and quickly, and then drag Rico through to the bathroom window and throw him out. So next up on our list will be his brother Hector Delgado. Now there is a couple of quick ways to get to Hector Delgado. Unfortunately, they are enforcer heavy routes. So we're going to retrace our steps back downstairs, avoiding the enforcers on the way. And we're going to move through the ground floor and out through the other side of the building. And it's the safest way. It's probably the longest way, but it is the safest way to get to the other side of the building and Hector Delgado. So in here we're going to overflow the sink and hide ourselves behind the door, and when Hector comes in to investigate, we can then render him unconscious and once again throw him out of a window, as he is the accident fall kill. So before we throw him out, just check on the two patrolling guards. If they have their backs to us and they're over to the left, we're okay to toss Hector out the window. We're then going to retrace our steps back through the building once again, except this time we're heading for an exit and our final target, Andrea Martinez. So we're just going to go over the wall, shoot out the camera, and run straight to Martinez's compound. Again, take out the camera on the side of the building. We're not trespassing, so we can just move around. We're going to make our way up to the first floor balcony, and we're just going to wait now for the enforcer guard, you can see, to move into the right position, which will be the next position he's in. So as he turns and moves away, we can make our way into the room, add our final poison to the glass on the table or the bottle on the table, make our way back out onto the balcony, down the drain pipe and into the bathroom. So just as we've done that, Andrea has entered the building, so we won't be waiting around for very long, although depending on your timing you could be here for a little while. Eventually Andrea will make her way upstairs and get sick, make her way to this bathroom where we can then render her unconscious, and then we can use our breaching charge to eliminate her with an explosive kill. Just got to get this as close to her head as possible. That will do nicely. We're going to move a safe distance and then trigger the explosive. So that's our final target taken care of. We've so far met all of our obligations and our objectives. Our time limit is negligible as we have almost 15 minutes still, and we have one required exit which we are now heading to, and that is the boat exit. So we're just going to hop straight back over the wall just to avoid the camera on the main entrance, and then run straight down the hill to the boathouse and the only available exit to us. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of. If you have a contract you'd like me to try out, leave the ID in any of the Hitman video comments on YouTube, or alternatively you can possibly message me for free on Patreon. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.